It's a Northwest Suburban Conference matchup in girls basketball tonight on Channel 12 as crosstown rivals Park Center and Champlin Park meet. From Champlin Park High School, John Jacobson and Jay Wilcox for tonight's telecast at Jay Park Center, two-time defending state champion in Class 3A. They move up to 4A this year, but that section play still a ways away. 9-5 overall this year. Your thoughts on the Pirates' play so far?
Having a solid season once again this year, and as everybody kind of forgets that they've been playing mostly 4A teams in the regular season these last couple of years anyway, so not a huge change for them right now. They're sitting in second place in the West Division of the Northwest Suburban, one game behind Osseo. They've got a real key stretch coming up, including this game, and then taking on Osseo and Maple Grove. Their coach, Chris Vanderhyde, said, you know, by this time next week, we'll have a lot better idea of what kind of a team we really do have.
Champlin Park, after a slow start, it was really starting to play some good basketball. They were 6-3, and then Allison Garrett gets hurt, tears her ACL against Andover. She's out for the year, and since then, 3 straight losses for the Rebels. They come in at 6-6.
Yeah, certainly they've played a couple good teams in that stretch too, but no doubt it hurts them a lot when they lose a player of the quality of Garrett's. Everybody else has to do that little bit extra, chip in a little bit more, whether it be scoring or some other areas of the game, and they're trying to find their game again right now after playing pretty well against some quality opponents earlier.
All right, Jay, for Park Center, as you look at their guard play, who's kind of the key player to watch for tonight?
Well, Danielle Schaub is a real veteran for their team, even though she's just a junior. Schaub, great at penetrating, and Champlin Park's had a little bit of trouble with that in the last game or two with stopping dribble penetration. She's a feisty player. She can shoot the ball. She's leading the team in assists. She's scoring a little under 12 points per game. Just a real heady basketball player. Doesn't seem to be fazed by any situation that she finds herself in.
Yeah, Champlin Park, and talking to Chris Vanderhyde before the game, he said he thinks one of the best guards in this conference is Champlin Park's Erica Hicks.
Just a 10th grader, but she's really got the all-around skill package. A little bit taller than Schaub too, but does a lot of things well for this Rebels team. She's a player that they are going to count on, you know, to contribute a lot offensively, but also just in all phases of the game for the Rebels too. Averages 14.7 a night, and maybe they'd like to see that go up even a touch with Garrett's out.
Rebels have been reeling a little bit, but Coach Steck believes this team will be up tonight when they play Park Center. A lot of these girls know each other, playing AAU and playing against each other and with each other really for years.
Yeah, every conference game's important, but at the same time, there's no doubt that certain matchups mean a little bit more to each other, even though they're in different divisions now in the Northwest Suburban with the way it's divided. Obviously, these schools are not very far apart, and the kids do know each other. And you know it's a quality opponent, too, so you come in wanting to play well just for that reason also.
That should be a good one tonight. Champlin Park hosting Park Center. It's Northwest Suburban Conference Girls Basketball, and it comes up next here on 12 Sports.
All right, give me a spot. You know my motto, safety first.
They could be dangerous. I think we should call animal control.
Animal control?
To be safe.
Don't worry.
Just...
I got this. It's a new motto.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who don't need perfection. They need you.
Welcome to Champlin Park High School for Northwest Suburban Conference Girls Basketball between the 9-5 Park Center Pirates and the 6-6 Champlin Park Rebels. Park Center coming in at 6-2 in the Northwest Suburban Conference. Champlin Park 4-3 in league games overall. John Jacobson and Jay Wilcox here for tonight's telecast. We'll take a break. We'll come back with the starting lineups and the tip-off of tonight's game from Champlin Park High School after this timeout.
The world is online, and we're all connected. While there's a lot to explore and discover, we each need to do our part to keep the internet safe. Cybersecurity starts with you. Learn how you can stay safe online at dhs.gov/stopthinkconnect.
Can you help me with this? My new dad teaches me all kinds of stuff.
Sure.
He helps me with homework.
That would be 3.6795.
Thanks.
Yep.
He helps me with my decision making.
I wouldn't use this one. Ever.
And he's even teaching me how to drive.
And that's why cars have bumpers.
I'm learning so much.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of kids in foster care will take you just as you are.
An eating disorder feels like having another person inside your head. It kind of built this wall around me.
The main thing that we needed was hope.
Your age, your gender, your ethnicity. Eating disorders don't discriminate. They can strike anyone. The National Eating Disorders Association has the information and resources to steer people and their families toward the road to recovery.
Call or visit the NEDA website today for help and hope.
We're back live at Champlin Park High School as the Rebels and the Pirates get set to tip off tonight in girls basketball, mid-January game. Let's look at the starting lineups for each of these teams. As I mentioned, Park Center coming in 9-5 on the season. And a look at the starters for the Pirates tonight. Michaela Hayes, Osseo Bombadilli, Summer Blakemore, Danielle Schaub, and Ann Simonette, veteran group that's seen a lot of varsity action the last few years. And for Champlin Park, Hannah Krimmel, Division I recruit, headed to Vermont next year. She's joined in the starting five by Amanda Pollard, Erica Hicks, Megan Whitty, and Lydia Brett. So one senior in Krimmel, another in Whitty, but three sophomores in that Rebels starting five, Jay.
Yeah, they're kind of like Park Center had been a year or two ago, where you're looking ahead to the future. You like the present, but you also look ahead and say this is going to be a pretty good team for the next few years as well. And I think this will continue to be two of the teams that are going to make some noise in the conference in the next couple of years.
And you look at Park Center, and it seems like those girls that we just mentioned have been around forever. None of them are seniors. Their top eight and their rotation all are underclassmen.
In fact, their whole team is non-seniors this year, so definitely have an awful lot of experience. And you have to keep that hunger, though, too. I think sometimes, somebody has a lot of success either as an individual or as a team early in their careers, and you can't just assume that it's going to fall in line and continue to be that way. You have to go out and earn it each and every season.
The conference standings coming into play tonight in the West Division. Osseo with a 2-game lead over Park Center and Maple Grove. Latino Brace 3-4, Armstrong 2-5 in the West Division of the Northwest Suburban Conference. Osseo and Maple Grove played an overtime game last Friday. Elk River leads the North Division of the Northwest Suburban Conference with Anoka second. Champlin Park now has dropped to third place in the tie with Centennial, a game ahead of Andover. Upset by Blaine last week, who came in at just 1-5 in the conference, but beat the Rebels last Friday.
Yeah, I think losing, to Osseo and to Elk River weren't terribly surprising, even though they would have liked a different outcome. But losing to Blaine, I think, was one that kind of hurt a little bit. I think they felt like that was a game that they probably should win. It's a long season. You have a little bit of lulls occasionally, and I think that was maybe one for Champlin Park.
The big loss a few games ago, losing Allison Garrett to an ACL tear. She was one of their top players and is still on the bench in the huddle actually right now with the team, but out for the season, and an outstanding track and field athlete as well, and be lost for that season as well, defending state champion in the long jump. So Rebels soldier on without her, and Coach Josh Steck said, we've got to find some girls that can come back and kind of fill in some of those roles, fill in the points, play some of the defense that they counted on night in and night out for mostly 36 minutes a game from Allison Garrett.
Now, she was a player you could just, put out there for as long as you wanted every night. She was going to give you quality minutes.
Krimmel and Hayes on the opening tip. It is off of Simonette and out of bounds. It'll be Champlin Park with the first possession of the game. Lydia Brecht, one of those three sophomores, will inbound it, and it's Whitty into the front court. Bounce pass into the corner to Brecht, goes baseline, up off the glass, a little too strong. Good shot, but couldn't get it to go, and Hayes rebounds.
They'd like to see that move again, but just finish.
Schaub Io Bombadilli back to Schaub. She'll drive. Glass, not good. Ball tipped out. Long rebound comes out to Simonette. Blakemore to Schaub in the corner. Couple dribbles in, back out. Blakemore penetrates, spins. Off for Hayes. Long two-point shot up and in.
Hayes has really improved that part of her game, able to face up and knock down a jumper from about 17, 18 feet there, and a good start for her.
So the first points of the game for the Pirates. Double team out near half court. Hicks able to get rid of it to the corner. To Whitty. Now Krimble back out to Pollard. Couple dribbles and then releases the pass to Brecht. Whitty finds Pollard open left corner. Io Bombadilli, quick hands, steals it away. She's leading the team in steals coming into this game.
Can never sleep with the ball with her around you, whether you're passing it, she'll jump into the passing lane or strip it from a dribbler or somebody just looking to make a play like right there.
Schaub into the paint, dishes off. Simonette, two-point shot for her, won't go. Out of bounds off of Hayes. It's Champlin Park basketball.
That Krimble-Hayes matchup should be a fun one all night long. Two very good post players.
Look at Chris Vanderheim, third year head coach at Park Center. First 2 years pretty good, Jay, I'd say.
Yeah, it's tough to top walking in and taking state titles in your first 2 seasons, and done a nice job with their program, obviously, and got things rolling along, and again, should be pretty strong for the next couple of years to come, too.
Krimble in toward the basket, couldn't get it to go, and it's tipped to Schaub. Looking up court, now will take it herself across the timeline. Io Bombadilli, Schaub now to Blakemore. Hayes, couple dribbles, faces up. Missed the 8-footer, Krimble rebounds.
Solid job by Krimble, just making her shoot over the top and then turning and boxing out.
Pollard sets and shoots a 3, spins out, rebound to Schaub. Long lead pass ahead, Io Bombadilli can't get it to go. Rebound by Hicks, she'll push it back up for Champlin Park. Pulls out now, a little runner up and good.
Well, it looked like that was a harder shot than quite a few of them that have been missed by both teams in the early going. They've had some close-in chances that haven't fallen.
Simonette in traffic, can't get that shot to go. Pollard rebounds, ahead to Hicks. Oh, it spins out. Ball comes back out to Hicks, short jumper, off the rim, and it comes to Schaub and back ahead for Park Center. Has Simonette with her. 14-footer left side, missed everything. Schaub rebounds, that won't go. Hayes up, blocked from behind by Krimble.
Neither team could complain about the shots they're getting. They're just not making them so far. Only one bucket apiece. We've had a lot of seemingly pretty open, good looks that a lot of these players will normally make.
3-point try from the corner from Whitty won't go. Rebound, Park Center to Simonette. Schaub into the front court. Hayes, Blakemore 3. Too strong, and Pollard rebounds. Pollard and Blakemore come up on her and gives it off. Krimble now to Hicks. 3-point shot comes up short. On the try by Whitty. Park Center back, and that ball turned over. Rebels come ahead with Hicks. Doesn't have the numbers, trying to come in 1-on-4 and gets the shot to go.
Tough shot, could have easily been a foul there as well as she battled with Hayes, but got the shot to drop. Nice hoop.
Simonette to Hayes. Her jumper up a good, about the exact same spot she hit her first basket from.
Does a real nice job getting her feet set to be ready to be shooting position as soon as she catches there.
Hicks. Pollard left side 3. Not good. Battled for and grabbed by Brecht. Brecht gets past Simonette. Kicks it out. Whitty will drive into the paint and is fouled. We get her first foul of the game. So we're 4.5 minutes in. As we look at Josh Steck, first-year head coach with the program, but his first year took over for Jake Cuppy in the offseason. 6-6 on the season, 4-3 in the Northwest Suburban Conference.
Looks like they're calling this a non-shooting foul, reaching on the drive.
Fouls on Simonette. Pass in for the Rebels, and they get it into Hicks.
Boy, it sure seemed like that was Schaub that probably would have been whistled there, but maybe Simonette got a piece of her before the Schaub tried to tie her up.
Hayes gets the steal. Turnover by the Rebels. Schaub front court. Draws coverage, throws it back out top. Kyle Bomadelli looking in for Hicks. Ball kicked. Still the Park Center basketball in on the side here.
Probably fortunately so. That wasn't really there. There were a lot of defenders who had a chance at that ball.
Officials conferring here.
Yes, they're correcting the last foul to be on Schaub rather than Simonette, which is what I thought. It was definitely Danielle who reached in and tried to tie up the ball on the drive. So.
Tied up at 4, just under 13 minutes to play here in the first half. Schaub drives. Megan DuBois in the game now for Park Center. Missed on that 3 from the corner and rebounded by Whitty. Front court gives to Pollard. Bounce pass into Krimble. On the block, spins, trying to hit a shot around Hayes. Can't get it to go, and rebounded. Schaub ahead. Io Bomadelli up and in.
Nice catch and finish there. She almost was too far underneath the basket, but just had good spring to just catch and power it up. Kind of fun to see post players just go one-on-one. They didn't double or anything. They just said, "Okay, Michaela, she's yours."
Ball knocked away as a steal for Park Center. DuBois ahead for the Pirates, trying to get it off for Simonette. Out of bounds, off of the hands of Brecht. Couple of substitutions for the Rebels now as we look at that last basket.
Schaub pushing it ahead, and you see Io Bomadelli just a catch and quick jump, able to put that ball in.
Bree Foss, number 22, 5'10 senior, and Gabby Maki, number 23, 6-foot sophomore in. As Aja Michaels scores for Park Center.
Nice movement off the inbound play for the Pirates, and they get a good assist. And Michael, nice way to get in, get into the flow of the game, get an easy one right away, be ready and get the catch and get the layup there. So Park Center able to finish. You see it starts with Schaub, and then the bounce pass over to DuBois. She's underneath, and Michael waiting and ready. And that was something that Coach Steck was worried about a little bit is, can we stop them from getting into the lane and doing what they want to do off the dribble? And right there, that time, had a little difficulty with it. Pep band on hand here at Champlin Park. They're one of the best in the state is what I've heard.
That's what I've heard. My son Andrew plays in that, if you're wondering why James mentioned the Rebel. But they enjoy coming out to the games and supporting the team, and right now the Rebels trailing, however, by 4. The last timeout taken by Park Center, 32nd timeout. There's the tie up on the ball of Foss, and the steal is made by DuBois of Park Center, and then off of the Rebels, defended, and the pass intended for Simonette.
DuBois, I think, got his 3 steals already for Park Center. She's come in and made her presence felt right away.
To the corner baseline, and it looks like a partial block by Krimble. Did you get a piece of that ball, Jay, of Blakemore?
Yeah, it looked like it, and then they get a foul call on the Rebels' Foss. Yep, Krimble just got her fingertips on that one, but then a little bit of a tough call there on Foss on the rebound. They both were going, and she just happened to be a little bit behind her there. But I don't think you could argue that they've been calling too many fouls so far.
No.
Definitely.
First foul on Champlin Park. So the Pirates keep possession. They lead it here by 4. Into Hayes, out of the three-point line. DuBois curls around, bounce pass, out of the feet of Michaels, got to come back out with it. Simonette to Blakemore, now to DuBois. Trying to get it into Hayes. Blocked by Foss. DuBois picks it up and then traveled. Trying to keep her dribble. Chris Vanderhyde thought she had, but Apparently not. That's a traveling and turnover on Park Center.
I wasn't so sure that the ball wasn't kicked on the initial pass in there, or at least, you know, blocked with an intentional movement of the foot anyway.
Taylor Fields, number 32, 5'10" senior, in for Champlin Park.
Rebels struggling to get anything going offensively here so far, and although the good news, they're only down 4.
Three-point tries left open. It was Maki. Back iron, not good. Rebounded by Michael. Blakemore sends it ahead. Dubois. Skip pass across. Simonet, little runner off the glass, up and in.
It's a good shot for her. She's worked on that a lot, obviously, and you know, standstill jump shooter, but also showing an ability to get it, if not to the rim, at least for a closer in mid-range shot if they come charging out at her too hard.
Whitty double teamed, tied up, and on the alternate possession jump ball, the ball will go back over to Park Center. So a turnover on Champlin Park. As you look at that last basket by Simonet.
Nice find by Dubois too across court. As we said, a lot of these girls have really played together an awful lot over the last few years, especially.
Hayes holding out high. Give it off to Dubois. Ran into some traffic, able to get through it, and off to Blakemore. Hayes in deep, up off the glass, missed the shot, ball tipped and gathered in by Foss.
Krimble's still resting, so Hayes thought she saw an opportunity to go right at the hoop, but unable to finish it.
Fields able to gather in the basketball. Now almost another tie-up. Fields has it, got it from Foss. Now it's Hicks. She'll drive right to the basket, up and in.
Boy, nice hesitation move there. She really got Dubois to think that she was going to stop her dribble or reverse the ball there, and she just, you know, gave a little fake with her shoulder. It was subtle. It wasn't a big movement, but she was just able to hesitate and then go.
Fields steps in, gets the steal, and she'll lay it up and in.
Nice anticipation there by Fields, and those are the kind of hoops that can get you going a little bit too, and all of a sudden they're right back within 2.
Blakemore gets it into the front court. Simonet lines Hayes up above the block, turns, faces, missed the shot. Rebound pulled in by Maki. Whitty front court. To the corner to Fields. Fields will go baseline on Michael, spins, didn't really have anywhere to go with it. Now shovels off the pass to the corner. Hicks back out, Fields for 3, short, rebound by Michael. Trying to zip it ahead to Dubois, tipped by Foss. Simonet gathers in the loose ball, shovels it off for Dubois, off for Hayes, up, not good, and rebounded by Foss, who rips it away from Simonet. Now Hicks will bring it up. Chance for Champlin Park to tie with a 2. Hicks all the way to the basket. No basket there. Didn't give the continuation there. It'll be a foul on the floor before the shot.
See, she had Dubois retreating there, and Blakemore on the reach in, close to being, I know it's not the NBA with your continuation, but I think that was very close to being a good hoop right there, and that would have been a nice, you know, nice reward for Hicks there, but either way, they'll get the foul call.
Krimble's back in for Champlin Park. Fields feeds her the ball, puts the shot up, not good. Krimble following her own shot, and it's off of her and out of bounds.
Little cat and mouse game with the coaches here. Hayes went out, now Krimble comes in. You know, at first they were sitting at the same time, and then for a little while Hayes was in while Hannah sat, and now we're seeing Krimble out there while Michaela Hayes is on the bench getting some instruction.
Krimble, leading scorer for this team, averaging just under 16 points per game. University of Vermont signee for next year. Baseline drive as Charo Nickens is number 12 for Park Center. Kyle Bomadelli off to Blakemore. Cut off on the baseline. Sails the pass over Nickens' head. Turnover Park Center.
Both teams have gotten a little bit sloppy of late here, and you know, as you're seeing subs come in too, I think it changes the dynamic a little bit, and players just kind of getting into the flow of the game and have made a few mistakes offensively with the ball.
So we stay at 10-8. Fields driving, looking to tie. Missed the shot. Tipped it out, though, to Pollard. Keeps the possession alive for the Rebels. Pollard driving, and tired of traveling? That's what Park Center fans want, or are we going to get an and one here? A long time.
Looks like a foul before the shot. No, we're going to count the basket.
Foul's on Blakemore.
Not calling it a good hoop, though. Foul was on the drive.
So we stay at 10-8. The second foul on Blakemore, third team foul. Krimble trying to rip it through and had it knocked away by Michael.
Good aggressive move there. Even though there was a double team, she had the ball down low and just lost it on the way up, or it would have been an inside hoop or possibility for it anyway for Hannah Krimble.
Fields across. Foss, open three is good, and Champlin Park in the lead.
They've taken a few, not really been able to hit too much from the outside tonight, but that time she stepped up confidently and knocked it down.
11-10 Rebels. Blakemore. Schaub backs it out now with the dribble to near midcourt.
Rebels have picked up their defensive intensity, moving their feet better.
Schaub again. A double team, back out on the pass to Io Bombadelli. Back off to Schaub. Rebels really liking their defense now. Encouragement from Coach Steck on the bench.
Yeah, different dynamic when Hayes isn't in there as a threat in the post, too.
Schaub driving, tough shot off the side of the backboard and rebounded. Good defensive possession for the Rebels. Pollard gets it to the front court to Foss. And knocked away out of bounds by Nickens. Hayes will come back in along with Simonette and Dubois for Park Center, and for Champlin Park back into the lineup, Whitty, Brecht, and Hicks. Inbound pass and get it in to Pollard. Bombadelli on her. Krimble trying to go right at Hayes. Back off. Pollard's open in the lane. Over. Blocked by Hayes. It gets whistled for the foul.
Really nice pass there by Krimble, and a nice job by Pollard of kind of sliding into that opening. And she did a good job leading with her hip there and drawing that foul. And obviously up top, Hayes got the ball, but body collision there. And Pollard did a nice job. She realized probably if I just go straight in with this, Michaela Hayes is going to swat it, but threw the hip out and to lead the way.
Pollard averages 6.6 points per game with a season high of 11. Second free throw coming for the sophomore. And that one comes up short, and Hayes rebounds, so we stay at 11-10. Dubois ran right into Pollard and was going to get whistled for a block.
Unfortunate one there, I think, for the Rebels. It was not good timing to make that pass. Pollard looked like she was in pretty good position set here. Maybe reached in a little bit. Dubois, if she didn't travel, was certainly about to. So I think the Pirates got a little bit of a break there.
Pass sails into the paint. High up between Pollard and Hayes. Jump ball. Alternate possession will give it back to the Rebels.
Well, Champlin Park came with a little trap there, and Chris Vanderheide, the Park Center coach, said we know that they like to change defenses a lot, and we have to be ready for any little wrinkle that they'll throw. And that time they doubled the ball, and it led to a tie-up.
5.5 minutes to go in the first half. Low scoring, but tight first half. Pollard with it between the circles. Off to Hicks. Had the first 6 points for her team tonight. Whitty, couple dribbles to Pollard. Now Krimble turns, blocked, and it's Schaub that has it into the front court to Simonette. Off for Hayes, open at the free throw line. Schaub back to Hayes, backs in, tough shot off the glass around, won't go, and then Simonette coming and trying to rip it away from Brecht to get a tie-up, and Park Center on the jump ball will keep it.
Good deep post position there by Hayes. Not able to get the shot to go, though.
Niall Bombadelli on the inbound. Lobs it up high to Simonette. Hayes turns, fires, it's a little too strong off the glass, gets her own rebound, puts it up again, and this time scores.
Nice job staying with it. Champlin Park's giving good help defense to Krimble there. There's always somebody as she cuts to the middle, but stuck with it and got her own rebound.
6 points for Hayes. Here's Hicks. Lost it on her hip and ends up traveled. So we're to Park Center.
Rebels coming with some pressure right now.
Niall Bombadelli will come to the front court. Got the ball to Hayes. Back out Schaub, a long three. Danielle Schaub has her first points tonight.
She does such a good job in setting up teammates that you sometimes forget she can knock down that three ball too.
A little aggressive defensively here and picks up a foul, and Jay, that'll be her second.
Not a lot of fouls called, as we said in the game, but that is a key one, obviously, and they are going to take Schaub out right now and bring Blakemore back in. She's somebody that, you know, you just generally, when they get possession, are going to be looking to give her the ball.
Ariam beat the 5 count. Ball comes into Pollard. Pollard drew a double team. Ball knocked away by Blakemore, but Whitty ends up with it. Rebels keep possession. Whitty will drive. A little spin move by her at the free throw line. Off for Brecht. Baseline over. Hayes up and in.
Not an easy shot when you got a shot blocker coming at you like that. A little floater.
Dubois breaks the press. Simonette, bounce pass. Hayes, right block. And then a blocking foul is going to be called against Whitty. Not a bad foul necessarily to take. Hayes was in pretty deep offensively. You look at that last basket.
Brett, when she pulled up to take that one, I thought, wow, this is going to be a tough one to be able to get to go, but able to stick it there from about 6 feet.
3-point shot. Megan Dubois, 5'6" sophomore with the basket. Pirates lead by 5. Pass to the corner. Now it's Krimble. Outside the line. Drives on Hayes. Too strong. Rebounded by Blakemore. Blakemore lead pass ahead. Niall Bombadelli for 3, and that's good. And a timeout by Champlin Park as Park Center has opened up an 8-point lead.
Another look here as previous one just directly off the inbound. A pretty good screen, but that's when you got to get out on, and Dubois able to knock it down, and then in a little transition. Niall Bombadelli, this is a part of her game that she's improved. I was over before the season started talking with her a little bit, and I could just see in practice that she's worked on her form and being able to knock down shots a little bit better. I mean, she's obviously been a great defender these last couple of years and a rebounder and a scrapper, but has improved her offensive game, and we saw it right there. A little bit of game of streaks here so far. Park Center built that lead, then they went real cold for a while. And now it's Champlin Park's turn to go cold, and Park Center has been able to put some things together here and get the lead back up.
A little token pressure by Park Center off the inbound. Champlin Park able to beat it. Pollard out top. Hicks open 3. Too strong. Whitty had a hand on it, couldn't pull down the rebound. Loose ball, and Hicks grabs it. We'll get it out of trouble and back out to Whitty. Hicks will go baseline on Dubois. 8-footer, not good. Krimble gets up, gets the rebound. Back off. Whitty shot up, not good. Hayes gets the defensive board for the Pirates. Blakemore will bring it to the front court with a pass to Niall Bombadelli and back to Blakemore. 2.5 minutes to go in the half. Dubois driving. Off for Hayes. Up short. Ball tipped and pulled down by Champlin Park. Now an injury. Pollard in some pain for Champlin Park. Well, you've already had serious injury with Allison Garrett's going out a couple of weeks ago. And Pollard it would seem an extreme amount of pain right now.
See if we can see it here where Pollard planting the foot, and I don't know, we could be looking at knee there. She grabbed her right knee and obviously in quite a bit of pain as she went to the court too. Oh, those are tough to see.
And I'm looking over to the Champlin Park bench, and I'm looking at Allison Garrett, and her eyes are just covered, and she's going back to her own injury a couple of weeks ago and saying, please not let it happen to another player.
Sure, all the Rebels on the bench are kind of thinking the same thing. You know, we've been through this, and obviously it's, you know, not something you want to see at any point in the season. But right now, too, when things are just getting good, getting to the home stretch of the season, you hate to see somebody get hurt. But we'll have to just see how it looks for Pollard. But
there's a look at Allison Garrett. And boy, it's tough on her when she thinks about her own injury and doesn't want to see one of her teammates go through the exact same thing. And so Blakemore being helped off, you can see putting no pressure at all on that right foot. Excuse me, Pollard putting no pressure at all on that right foot. And I hope for the best for her, just not just tonight, but long term. It's not a serious injury. Wow, now you got to come back, be the Rebels, and they're like, we got a game to play here. 2 minutes and 2 seconds to go here in the first half. You trail by 8. Another one of your starters now out. We'll see who can pick up the slack. Whitty on the dribble for Champlin Park. Knocked away out of bounds off of Simonette. You know, we saw Osseo last Friday, Jay, and talked about what tough defense they play. Well, we've seen this Park Center team, and there's no steals on either of those last 2 plays, but always contesting passes.
Done a real nice job with help defense too. There are times that, you know, somebody gets the ball at the top of the key and they feel like, I see a little opening, I can go, but the help defense is there just enough, shading over to kind of stop them.
Lob in nicely to Krimble, up and in. That's the first points for Hannah Krimble. Is now 15 points away from 1,000 in her Champlin Park career.
Got good post position again that time, and just when I was praising Park Center's defense, they gave up a pretty long inbound pass right to her.
Michael in traffic, had it blocked. Hayes got the ball though. Back out. Io Bombadelli, a 3-point shot. This won't go, and it's rebounded by Maki. Whitty will come front court. And now Hicks. Rebels hoping to get a little run here before halftime. They go back to Krimble, spins up and in for 2.
Very decisive move that time. There was no hesitation in it.
21-17 with 1 minute to go in the half. Simonette to Io Bombadelli. In for Hayes. A little fadeaway over Krimble. Can't get it to go, and ball comes to Krimble. So 4 quick points for Champlin Park, and a chance perhaps to cut it to a 1-possession game here. Down 4. Under 40 seconds to go. Io Bombadelli got a hand in there, knocked it away. Substitution Fields will come in for Champlin Park. And out goes Maki. Fields to inbound. Jay Wilcox will be speaking with each of the head coaches at halftime. Krimble left open on the baseline, up, around, and in. The Krimble with 6 in a row. It's 21-19 with under 20 seconds to go. Io Bombadelli off for Dubois. Hayes up in deep and scores. Kayla Hayes now with 8 points. Champlin Park won't get his shot off. Steal by Io Bombadelli. Wave off that shot that didn't go anyway, and we get to halftime. You know, Park Center with a late run, led by as many as 8. Now the lead 4 at halftime at 23-19, but a close competitive first half between these two Brooklyn Park neighbors. Park Center 9-5 on the year coming in. Champlin Park at 6-6. Leading scorers so far, Hayes with 8 points. Top Park Center, Trimble and Hicks 6 apiece for Champlin Park. Let's go to the sideline now. Jay Wilcox.
Thanks, John. We're with Chris Vanderhyde, the Park Center coach. They closed the gap on you a little bit at the end of the half, but what were your thoughts overall on that first half for PC?
Well, I think defensively we're playing extremely well, holding with 19 points. I think we're doing a good job on the glass, putting pressure on the ball appropriately and digging down when we need to. Offensively, we're struggling. Can't put the ball in the basket and we're not executing things smoothly. I thought that'd be a struggle for us tonight, though.
I thought both teams early in the game were missing shots that I've seen both teams make. Was it nerves a little bit, or what do you think?
Maybe. I don't know. I think it's just the flow of the game. There's a lot of banging out there. Both teams are pretty physical and aggressive, so even when you get an open shot, you probably think somebody's going to be right there and they're not, so you miss it. Tend to rush it.
Anything major need to change for you guys in that second half?
Well, we got to figure out a way to stop Trimble. She got going there at the end. If she gets going and has a big second half, we're going to be in trouble, so we got to be able to shut that down. But other than that, I think we're playing pretty well.
All right, thanks, Chris. Good luck. Okay. Chris Vanderhyde, the Park Center coach, his team leading at 23-19 here at halftime. We'll be back with more of our Northwest Suburban Conference girls basketball matchup between the Pirates and the Rebels on 12 Sports.
Hey, going out like that?
Yeah, why?
Well, what would the neighbors think?
I see you! Come look at Mr. Feather. Look what I have. Mr. Bird, remember? Bark, bark, bark. We're just playing. We're just playing on trying to get you out of here.
Even still.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who don't need perfection. They need you.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
30 million Americans will suffer from an eating disorder at some point in their lives. The National Eating Disorders Association has the information and resources to steer people and their families toward the road to recovery.
Hi, I work at the NEDA helpline. We have something called Click to Chat, which is a live chat with someone on the helpline, and they're really able to get support.
Call or visit the NEDA website today for help and hope.
John Jacobson and Jay Wilcox. We are back at Champlin Park High School, Park Center, Champlin Park. High school girls basketball from the Northwest Suburban Conference. Pirates leading the Rebels by 4. Highlights from our first 18 minutes of play. Michaela Hayes, the top scorer for Park Center, able to hit good perimeter shots like that one there. Drive at the other end, 2 points, hard earned on that drive by Erica Hicks for Champlin Park, who's had a good first half offensively. Hayes knocks down another shot, with a couple in a row there for Park Center. They were able to break open a tight game and pull ahead. Great pass here. Osseo Bombadelli finishing on the drive pass from Danielle Shaw. Steal here by Taylor Fields. It's 2 of her 5 team bench points scored in the game for Champlin Park. Park Center's also had 5 points by their bench players. Bree Foss with a 3. Senior knocking down that one for the Rebels. Park Center will maintain their lead. Ball movement there. Osseo Bombadelli hitting one of their 3 3-pointers in the first half. Hannah Trimble started to heat up near the end of the half. She scored her team's final 6 points to pull them to within 4 at halftime. Hayes with 8 leads the way for Park Center. Osseo Bombadelli 5, Shaw and DuBois 3 apiece for Park Center. Hicks and Trimble 6 points apiece. Foss with 3 for Champlin Park. Again, our halftime score, Park Center 23, Champlin Park 19. We're back with more live on this Tuesday night on 12 Sports from Champlin Park High School after
this. Sharing your passion starts with taking that first step. Take Will, for example. His first step was taking free TV classes at Northwest Community Television. He's learning production skills and now has access to cutting-edge equipment. He's working on local music productions, meeting new people, and gaining experience needed to produce his own show. Best of all, he's sharing his passion for music with others in his community. Share your passion. Visit nwct.org.
Hey, did you buy something from some gaming site?
What do you mean?
Yeah, look, there's a bunch of different charges on here.
Do you think someone stole our credit card information?
I don't know. That site sounds familiar, though.
Yeah, isn't that the site that Billy's on all the time?
You don't think.
Billy! Stop and think before you connect. Playing online is serious business. Visit dhs.gov/stopthinkconnect for tips on how to be safe online.
Good one, son.
Last summer, my new dad took me on vacation. First, we went deep sea fishing. Wow!
I'm so proud of you, son.
And then we went on Thunder Shark. That was awesome! Let's go again. 3 times. I gotta say, it was pretty cool.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of kids in foster care will take you just as you are.
Oh, not again.
All right, give me a spot. You know my motto, safety first.
They could be dangerous. I think we should call animal control.
Animal control?
To be safe.
Don't worry.
Just...
I got this. It's a new motto.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who don't need perfection. They need you.
You watch Channel 12 at home. Why not on the go? Channel 12 is online at 12.tv. Watch on your phone, on your tablet. Channel 12 is your local source wherever you go. Just log on to 12.tv. Check out our videos, subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, and even watch live events via live stream. So don't wait. Stay up to date with Channel 12 and 12.tv, your local source.
Some of the youth basketball players from the Champlin Dayton Girls Basketball Association on hand to watch the home team Rebels take on the Pirates at Park Center. Their team trailing by 4 at halftime. Look at their first half numbers as far as shooting percentages. Neither team shooting particularly well, both around 33% or so. 3-point field goals. Champlin Park has just hit 1 in 8 tries. Park Center 3 of 6, and look at the free throws. No free throws attempted at all at Park Center. Champlin Park with just 2 missed by Amanda Pollard in the first half, and that's been it. All the points have been scored off field goals. Champlin Park with 9 field goals, including 1 3. Park Center with 10 field goals, including 3 3-pointers. That's helped give them a 4-point lead here at halftime. A good competitive first half of play. Let's go back down to the floor and Jay Wilcox.
Thanks, John, with Josh Steck. And you closed the gap late in that first half. How did you feel like your team responded after they built the lead on you?
I didn't like our offense to begin. I mean, too much standing right now from our guards, and we're kind of just one-dimensional with where we're going with the basketball. If we can get a little bit more dribble penetration, their guards are really pressing us, which is okay. But once we get past their guards, they're not coming back to get back on defense. So if we can get past the defense up top, we'll be okay.
Had an injury late in the half. Any word on Amanda Pollard right now?
No, I think she's fine, but I haven't seen her yet. But the coach is saying she might be okay. So,
all right, good luck second half here, Josh. Josh Steck and the Rebels trailing it by 4 here as we get set to tip off or begin our second half of basketball here at Champlin Park. John, back to you.
All right, thanks very much, Jay. And that's good news if it's true about Amanda Pollard. That's not serious injury, as it certainly looked like when she went down on the floor late in the first half. But we've not seen her out on the bench as both teams get set for the second half of play. And heard from both coaches say, well, we're not really pleased with how our team's doing offensively so far. And both feel they need to pick it up a little bit here in the second half. Rebels tonight averaging about nearly 29 points a half. Again, just 23 tonight. But their defense, conversely, as Coach Vanderhyde said, pretty good against a decent Rebels team, allowing just 19 first-half points against Champlin Park. And for Champlin Park, about 9 points under their season average. But again, their defense a little better than it's been. So it's a little give and take in there on offense and defense for each of these teams as we get ready for the second half of play. First possession will be for Champlin Park. And they will start with Foss on the floor, along with Brecht, Whitty, Hicks, and Krimble, Seminette, Schaub, Hayes, Isle Bombadilli, and Blakemore for Park Center. We are underway in the second half. Whitty off to Hannah Krimble. Hicks off to the corner to Whitty. Drives, kicks it off to Brecht. Krimble in deep, turns and scores. Well, if they can keep continuing to feed her the ball and keep her going offensively, Jay, she scored their last 8 points now.
I thought she was getting some good looks early, but just didn't finish. And boy, she's really getting good post position and playing aggressive and confident right now.
Isle Bombadilli crashes into Krimble. No call either way. Out of bounds off of Krimble.
Hard to say whether this maybe, as we look at Krimble again getting deep and that little jump hook, hard to say whether this last one, could have been a block or charge, but when there's that much contact, it probably should be one or the other.
Right. Isle Bombadilli getting it in to Simonette. Blakemore, Park Center nursing a 2-point lead. In deep on a nice bounce pass to Hayes. Turns and scores.
Showing her arsenal there to Krimble as well, as both post players really talented and showing it off the last 2 possessions here.
No spin move by Foss. Goes a back out. Brecht open for a long 2 and hits.
Good cross-court look there. Park Center paid for their own aggressiveness a little bit that time, left an open shooter.
Isle Bombadilli hit a 3 in the first half. Way off on that one. Hicks rebounds. Champlin Park has a 3-on-2. Brecht knocked down by Isle Bombadilli.
Nice job running the break there by Champlin Park. They're not a team that usually will push it quite as much as Park Center. As you get another look, a nice open look there. And Brecht able to knock it down as Park Center got a little bit lost there and getting back to their open player out on the wing.
Foss inbounds. Brecht. Hicks and off to Whitty. Brecht on the floor to the double team, off for Hicks. Foss, she can shoot the 3, missed on this one, rebounded by Simonette. Head into the paint to Hayes, back out Isle Bombadilli, looking back into Hayes, and then gave to Blakemore instead. Hayes catches it in deep, goes in on Krimble, missed the shot. Isle Bombadilli scrambled after it, off for Blakemore, runner over Krimble, up and in.
Seen a couple of those from the Pirates here tonight. I view that as a difficult shot, but able to get it to go in.
Blakemore averaging just over 7 a game. That's her first bucket tonight. Krimble holding out high. Waits for Whitty on the pass. Backs out now. Lob down to Krimble, who releases and scores.
Really good recognition by both Rebels players there that Hayes was coming out high to try and deny that pass at the top of the key. Just kind of drug her out there and then cut in behind her.
There it goes for Hayes. Turns in on Krimble, short on the shot. Krimble rebounds.
They're letting him play. You have to, to really get hit to get a foul in there tonight, and which is kind of nice to see. Especially in girls basketball, it seems like so many times if you just get an inside shot and there's a defender there, they're going to call a foul. Let's make sure it really is, and they are tonight.
Ball bobbled by Park Center. They turn it over. Drive by Hicks, and we're tied up.
Champlin Park just seems to be a lot more confident. I think that stretch late in the first half really helped them heading into the second when they saw what they could do offensively.
Io Bombardelli trying to put the Pirates back in front. Her three won't go. Hicks rebounds, and she'll slow it up as she gets into the front court. Now it's Krimble. Off for Whitty. She'll drive in a lot of traffic. Throws it back out top and able to get it to Brecht. Now it's Foss. Puts it on the floor. Three-point try from Whitty, left wing. Off the iron, rebounded by Hayes. Danielle Schaub into the front court. She'll drive it all the way to the basket and score.
Just kind of wouldn't take no for an answer there. I lost track of her behind a couple of Rebels. All of a sudden she squared out the other side with the left-hand layup.
5-second call. Schaub defending Brecht on the inbound, and it's a turnover by the Rebels.
Another look at Schaub. They just never really stopped the dribble there. And as a good point guard, you just keep pressuring until they make you give it up, and nobody did.
Inbound by Park Center, knocked out of bounds by Gabby Maki, who's back into the lineup along with Fields. Michael in at that last whistle for Park Center along with Dubois. Michael up over Krimble with the shot, not good. Hannah Krimble the rebound. 29-27, Park Center by 2, and they had an 8-point lead fairly late in the first half. Rebels able to get it to 4 at halftime. This one out of bounds, and it's a turnover off of Whitty's hands.
Those are the kind that hurt because it was really pretty unforced, and they'll give it back to PC.
Schaub, runner, this way short. Michael rebounds, that won't go. Got it back again, and we'll get a foul. Michael able to hang in there, and persistence pays off, and Osseo will go to the line for 2.
Krimble picks up the foul there as first shot was denied on the way up, and then Michael sticking with it there and able to get the free throw.
That foul on Krimble, just her first of the game. Michael, second free throw, not good. Io Bombardelli. Looks like maybe he's called for a push-off and trying to get position on that rebound of Maki, and gets whistled for the foul. So that's her second. No one really in foul trouble at all. Io Bombardelli, Blakemore, and Schaub, 2 each for Park Center. Nobody with more than 1 for Champlin Park. Front court pass comes to Fields. Pushes off back behind her. Maki in some trouble now. Had it slapped away, got it back. Runs into Io Bombardelli, out of bounds off of Maki. Turnover for Champlin Park.
There's what I'm talking about, the good help defense there. Looked like she had a step initially, but they're able to seal off that baseline, and then she was in a little trouble, and the Pirates just kind of closed the gap, squeezed in tighter and tighter on her there until she was in trouble.
Schaub to the corner, Dubois. Free throw line shot by Michael. A good rebound by Maki. Here come the Rebels with Hicks. Off for Krimble. Nice step in inside of Michael. Short on the shot. Ball tipped it over to Hicks. She missed in close. And Michael has it. So 2 good looks in close for Champlin Park. Couldn't finish on either one. Drive, and Simonet with 2.
I was just going to say, nice drive and finish by Simonet. I honestly think, now I'm sure a lot of post coaches will maybe say otherwise, but I feel like Krimble and Hayes both try too hard to use their left hand. It's obviously valuable if you can be good with both, but a lot of the times, as Krimble now gets it to go with a nice left-hand roll, but Simonet, there's no reason you have to shoot the ball left-handed every time you're on the left side, and most players aren't as good at it. Although she's able to get the nice roll here, that's a great move. And obviously every time Hayes is out, she's looking to really attack.
Foul on Michael is her first. And Krimble with career point 996. Talked to our mom briefly at halftime. She said, I don't want to carry this 1,000-point sign to the next game. Hoping she gets it tonight.
Well, I'll tell you, midway through the first half, I was thinking it's not looking very good for her to get it tonight, but closed the half strong, and now seems like it could be a good possibility.
Kyle Bombadelli shot won't go, and the rebound to Krimble. Drive to the basket by Hicks. It hung on the rim and wouldn't go. And a backcourt foul on Champlin Park. So it'll be on Fields.
Hayes will check back in here for Park Center, and it's good for Michaela Hayes, and it's good for Hannah Krimble to have a good post player to go against here tonight. These type of opponents make you better.
Michael back out. Dubois, three-point shot. Missed. Hayes, or Fields rather, got the rebound. And Hicks will bring it up. Chance again for Champlin Park to tie or take the lead with a three. Inside of 11.5 minutes to go in the second half. That one out of bounds off Champlin Park as they give it back to the Pirates. Schaub driving off to Simonet. Three-point shot for her. Off the side of the backboard. Rebound for the Rebels. Hicks front court again. Spins it across. Couple of dribbles. Pressure by Schaub and back out to Maki. Krimble. Fields cutting down the lane, can't get it to go. Second try by Fields, also not good, but she's fouled and will go to the line for two. Foul will be whistled against Michaela Hayes, her second.
Great cut by Fields and a good look by Krimble there too. I actually thought Fields might have been fouled on the first one too, but she did a good job just sticking with it and gets rewarded with a trip to the line.
First free throw up and in for the senior. Hicks and Brecht back in for Champlin Park. Second one is good as well. We're tied at 32. Fawson replacing the shooter Fields.
So Champlin Park has battled back to even things up here. They seem to have the momentum going their way a little bit here. We'll see if they can step it up and continue it.
Under 10.5 minutes to play in the second half. Tied at 32. Simonet right wing. Off to Michael, looking inside for Hayes. As is Schaub, able to feed it into Michaela. Turns over Krimble, around, not good. Rebounded by Foss. Shovel it off for Whitty into the front court with a pass to Hicks. Pass tipped by Simonet, but came to Krimble. And a grab from behind. I believe this will be on Hayes or on Schaub. It will be on Hayes. It'll be her third.
Rebels were fortunate there because that pass was tipped way up in the air. They were looking like they might lose it, and Hayes called for the foul.
In some trouble is Brecht, and the ball is loose and picked up by the Pirates. Simonet ahead to Schaub. High off the glass, can't get it to go. Foss has it. Off for Whitty, controlling it. In some trouble, a pass across in the backcourt to Brecht and finally to Hicks. And she ran into Simonet, or not literally, but almost. Simonet was there to force the turnover, missed the shot inside, and it's back to Champlin Park. A little wild play on both ends here. Rebels trying to take care of the basketball. Ahead to Hicks. And a foul whistled against Simonet.
Park Center dialing up the pressure a little bit, and I think that would probably suit them well to get this game at a little bit higher pace than what the Rebels would like it at. And sometimes, you get there a little bit late defensively, but I do think they've forced Champlin Park to really scramble to get the passes they want to make, and I think Park Center would like to see that part continue without fouling, obviously.
Yeah, that is the 16th foul, though, Jay, on Park Center here in the second half. They do dial up the pressure there and force a turnover on the sideline. So Champlin Park will be in the bonus the rest of the way. Bombadelli coming in, Blakemore in, and Michael and Dubois out. So we're still tied at 32 as we near the midway point of the second half. Ball knocked away, out of bounds. Still Pirate basketball. Fields back in. She'll replace Brecht for Champlin Park. And Blakemore into Schaub. Schaub will drive past Whitty, shot up, and she'll go to the line for two.
Good job of being aggressive there by Schaub and able to get to the jump stop and draw a little contact there and get to the free throw line here.
We had a couple of underclassmen who have seen playing time tonight. Obviously, Danielle Schaub a starter, Megan Dubois off the bench. Each Jay with older sisters who were seniors last year, who big leaders for this team, and now each playing in college.
And big parts of the Park Center program, and it's kind of continued on with bigger expanded roles for the little sisters. And remember a couple of years back, of course, Danielle Schaub stepped into the starting lineup late in the season for her sister Hannah at that time, who had a serious knee injury and ended up working out pretty well. She made some big shots in the state tournament, including in the championship.
Hannah Schaub now at Valparaiso in Indiana, getting a lot of minutes for them. And McKenna Dubois, Megan's older sister at St. Thomas, playing on the junior varsity team. There's a look at Park Center's upcoming schedule. Park Center at Maple Grove on Friday. The Pirates will take on Osseo next Tuesday, Jay, and then at Armstrong on Thursday the 28th. For Champlin Park, non-conference game tomorrow at Edina, then back in the conference at Coon Rapids on Friday, and they will host Anoka here a week from tonight.
So not only is it for Park Center, not only good teams coming up, but it's kind of rivalry week also when you're seeing, I think you'd probably safe to say that Champlin Park and Osseo and Maple Grove are their three biggest rivals, and that's who they'll be playing right in a row.
For Champlin Park, we should note that Amanda Pollard has come back to the bench. She's got an ice bag on that right knee, but sitting near the end of the bench, and hopefully it's good news. Not that she has ice on her knee, but that she's on the bench, and perhaps it's nothing more serious than banged her knee hard against another player, and perhaps will be able to be back in action yet this week, and not the serious injury that Allison Garrett's suffered. So turnover by Champlin Park. It's back over to Park Center. Rebels trailing the Pirates here by 2. Park Center with the basketball. Hayes off for Schaub. That's Blakemore in the corner. We'll get it to her now. Bombadelli for Blakemore. Back to Faye, and then get back to Schaub. Whitty on her. Schaub faked the pass. Now does get it to Hayes. Right side Simonet. Back into Hayes. They're working it around well here. Schaub comes in. Back off for Simonet. Going baseline. Off and open three-point shot left corner. Great possession for Park Center, and ends in a 3 for Bombadelli.
But when you play defense that long and then they knock down a 3 on you, it's a little demoralizing too for Champlin Park, because they defended pretty well. They made Hayes kick it out a couple times.
Fields open on the baseline, but way long in the shot. Schaub will push it ahead. Hit for Simonet. Oh, can't get it to go, and Trimble rebounds.
Perfect pass. That was a Steve Nash look there.
Hicks 3, that won't go. Bombadelli trying to get the loose ball, and ends up in the hands of Hicks. Trimble and back off for Whitty. Sure, they like to get Trimble back involved in the offense here. Fields As I say that, puts up a shot, can't get it to go. Rebound, they go back out to Foss. Foss spins. Her shot from 15, that's short. And Fields ties up and lands right on top of Hayes. Not intentional at all, but came down hard right on top of Michaela Hayes. And now Hayes is hurt. Look at this again.
Fields crashing the boards here, and landed hard on Hayes. Foul call did go against Fields as she went for the ball initially there, but then you see landing.
Just kind of tangled feet and then just landed right on her. I think that's more of a shot to the gut than a serious leg injury, which obviously you worry most about in basketball. And Mom Dana coming out to check on her, but looks like she'll be okay. Foul on Fields is her second. Park Center's opened up a lead now, again at 5 points. Champlin Park's tied it a couple times here in the second half. Now as we're inside of 7 minutes. Rebels looking to expand the lead, but Simonette missing on that one. Krimble looked like she might have been held by Michael. And as I mentioned a few moments ago, it's now the 17th foul for Park Center. Champlin Park's in the 1-and-1, and a chance for Krimble to cash in at the other end.
Boy, if they can make free throws, that's definitely going to be quite a factor here, as they've only committed 4 fouls themselves, and as you said, now bonus rest of the way. But you have to make them too. It isn't just getting them.
First free throw by Krimble comes out. Ball knocked away inside by Foss. Can't get the shot to go. Whitty has it. She's in deep, and he'll bring it back out on the wing. Simonette right on her and hands it off for Hicks. Krimble at the free throw line. Lost it. Isle Bombadilli knocked it away. It comes back to Hicks. Hicks off for Foss. In some traffic. Off for Krimble. Up with a shot. And good. Looking for the block and hoping for that charging call was Schaub. Instead called for the block and the foul.
Big collision there. Obviously Schaub a lot smaller than Krimble. Krimble taking it to the middle and able to finish it. And chance for a three-point play here that will really get them right back in it.
Free throw is up and good. 37-35. 6:20 to play. Danielle Schaub will hold it in timeout taken by Chris Vanderhyde. Full timeout by Park Center.
And they're going to bring Hayes back in too now. You can see that Park Center, after having some good possessions in a row here, kind of slowing down and trying to really look for some decent shots and haven't been able to find them. And that's kind of the way the whole game has gone. There are times when each team has looked solid offensively and getting some good shots and finishing them, and then other times when it's kind of gone away for a while, and you give credit to the team's defenses as well. Only meeting, of course, this year with the teams being in the opposite divisions. You play everybody twice in your own division, and then selected teams on the crossover there.
These teams could play again, Jay, in section tournament play, Section 5 4A.
Saw a little shot of some of the girls holding those Hannah Krimble signs. They're getting ready to try and pull those out here. There's some more beyond that too. But it's such a close game. I don't think she's thinking too much about that right now.
Sitting at 999 career points is the senior. Isle Bombadilli for Park Center. Out of the timeout, Pirates in a 2-point lead. Here's Schaub. Blakemore into the lane, over Krimble with a shot, in and out, rebounded and off of Krimble, out of bounds. Had her hands on it for a moment but couldn't corral it in.
Good aggressive drive there by Blakemore. I think that's a shot they don't mind, but not able to finish it.
Niall Bombadilli inbounding. In for Hayes. Back to Shaw, off the glass. Nice shot. Danielle Shaw with 8 points in the game.
She's really gotten good at that, being a little bit smaller player, of getting rid of the ball quick and getting it up on the glass.
Hicks to the front court. 5.5 minutes to go. They go into Krimble, ripping it away from Niall Bombadilli to the corner. Foss, open three, short. Got her own rebound though. Back out, Krimble onto the floor. Through the double team, back out. Whitty open three. That's long. Rebounded by Foss. Able to rip it away from Simonette. They'll reset right side, and Hicks will come out top with it now. Five minutes to go, second half. Rebels with the ball, trailing by 4. Into Krimble. Back out. Foss will try another three, and that's good.
They've been shooting them and not making all that many, but Foss stays with it and knocks it down, and the Rebels right back to within 1.
Foss with both made three-pointers for Champlin Park tonight. They're within 1. Hayes calling for the basketball and gets it. Turns, shoots over Krimble, missed it. Rebound, Maki and Simonette tying up. Alternate possession. We'll keep the ball with Park Center.
See that ball kicked out by Krimble, and Foss sticking with it, able to knock it down.
Simonette off for Blakemore. We'll try it, a three, won't go. Ball tipped to the corner, and Foss has it. Also hand off. Whitty will bring it. Champlin Park with a chance perhaps to take the lead. They go to Krimble. Off for Whitty. Looking back for Krimble, wasn't there. Hicks. Off for Foss, left wing. Moves in, draws the double team as Simonette came hard on her defensively. Out of bounds off of Simonette.
Boy, if you pick up your dribble in that spot, they're coming for you. Park Center's done a much better job helping on Krimble of late too. Niall Bombadilli took away that last pass as she cut down the lane. Couldn't even get it to think about putting it in there.
There it is to Krimble, and there's 1,000 career points. 1,001 officially now for the senior.
And coach takes a timeout so that she can get a little congratulations. Not only is it her 1,000th point, it puts them in the lead too. And you see some of the signs around, they're pretty pumped up about it. Krimble catching inside. Right after I talked about Park Center doing a nice job helping, look how good a position she gets sealing down low on Hayes and able to finish that one.
Always great when you can support a teammate who hits a milestone like that. Anna Krimble, who played in two state tournaments, Jay, and volleyball, but obviously her #1 sport, basketball, and it's over 1,000 career points, so congratulations to her.
And so many milestones seem like, there's more games played now. There's a lot of threes shot and everything. But 1,000 still means something for high school players. It's not that easy to get, and congratulations to Hannah.
Now Park Center trying to come back. They led by 4 just a few moments ago. Now trailing by 1 as we come down to 3.5 minutes to go. Hayes thought about it, gave it to Schaub instead. Here's Blakemore curling in. Off for Niall Bombadilli. He'll take it hard to the basket and is fouled by Maki, and she'll go to the line for 2.
Aggressive drive, and those were the kind of calls that they weren't necessarily getting earlier on. I mean, obviously every play is a little different. You don't say this happened then, and so now it's going to be this way, but nice drive and able to get to the line.
Park Center as a team, no free throws attempted in the first half, and they're just 2 of 5 from the line here in the second half. Fields back in for the Rebels. Foss comes out. Second one is good. And with that, we are tied at 40. From court, ball comes to Krimble. Off for Whitty. Trimble, right corner. Back out high, Whitty. 3 minutes to go. Trimble, defended by Hayes, and Schaub came around and helped defend and knock the ball away. Turnover, a steal for Park Center, and Simonet finishes. Park Center back in front.
They got just enough of a double on Trimble to get a piece of that ball, knock it free, and there they go, back the other way in transition.
Ball goes down to Trimble. Working on Hayes one-on-one, then a bounce pass. Monkey left free. Oh, couldn't finish.
Great cut, but just didn't finish the shot after they had everything they wanted there. A nice pass and a layup, but unable to get it to go.
Io Bombadelli, left corner. Just over 2 minutes to go. Timeout, Park Center.
Each possession becoming really important now, so you can see both coaches want, you want quality possessions right now. You need to get a shot, a quality shot at the end of this, and not turn the ball over. And we have feels destined to go down to those last possessions here. With the points have been relatively hard to come by tonight. And Champlin Park fighting back and actually taking the lead briefly there. Now Park Center has scored 3 in a row to put themselves back in position. But I don't think until you're down to under 30 can you really start to think about doing anything much different than what we've been doing so far. Just get good looks, run through your offense, set good screens.
2 timeouts remaining for Park Center, 3 for Champlin Park. Possession arrow in in Champlin Park's favor. Team fouls, 8 for Park Center, 5 for Champlin Park.
So the Rebels can afford to be a little bit aggressive too defensively, although I've never really quite subscribed to the theory of, well, we have less than 7, so let's take them all. I mean, eventually you might need to if you need to put them at the line, but I don't see any reason to do anything, out of the ordinary, different than you would have been doing playing D anyway. Done a nice job helping on Hayes. It hasn't been just Trimble playing her. It's been somebody shading a lot to make it a difficult play to make a move on.
2 minutes to go here in the second half. Simonet out near midcourt in a little bit of trouble, but able to get it to Blakemore. Fields defending her. Now Simonet right side. She'll drive. Tough shot, not good. Ball tipped by Io Bombadelli, who ends up with the offensive board and gets it back out to Schaub. Now back into Hayes. Hayes off for Simonet. For Schaub. 1:38 to go. And Park Center will run some more clock, presumably. Now Schaub drives back out. Hayes, long uncontested 2, missed it, and Trimble rebounds.
She hit a couple from there early in the game, just not able to get it to go that time. Maybe a little tired. And now timeout taken here by Champlin Park. The lead isn't, quite big enough that you would say, let's get layups only if you were Park Center there. I don't, in hindsight, it looks like maybe that was a shot they didn't want, but I don't think you can quit playing and expect to just hold on for a 2-point lead for that long.
Time remaining, 1 minute and 21 seconds. No, out of this timeout, you look for a play right away, Jay, try to score as soon as you can, work the ball a little bit, or how do you approach it?
I think you have to be thinking attack mode here. They're down by 2, and again, same thing for them. If you think you want to, you don't really look to hold for a tie, or unless you're in, maybe a situation where you feel like you're fortunate to be close to a team that's a lot better than you or something, which I don't think is the case. I mean, granted, they may work the ball some, but I think you have to be thinking aggressively and thinking attack, right from the get-go. If they give you something good right away, you take it. Rebels have done a pretty good job, too, of crashing the offensive boards, and that's something Park Center, I'm sure, probably at least made some mention of. That was always the thing about Park Center is, Hayes is obviously a very good size, but they're not a particularly big team other than her.
So here we go with 1 minute 20 to go. Whitty dribbles to the right wing, hands off for Hicks. Blakemore right there, almost an over and back, but not quite. Hicks able to save it, got it off for Fields. Shovels it back out to Whitty. Krimble, left side, almost a steal for Blakemore. Hicks though able to control it, drives, draws contact, and she'll go to the line.
Hicks ran out of room, but just squeezed between a couple of players there. And those are the kind that, if you're the defender, you're kind of thinking we were there, but maybe not. Be the fourth on Hayes.
And Hicks calmly knocks down the first free throw. First time to the line tonight. Hicks said the first 6 points for her team, has only scored 3 since then. 2 big free throws here though, ties it at 42. And a timeout for Champlin Park.
Now you get a chance to set your defense here. 58 ticks left on the clock here, and Champlin Park doing a solid job. Again, battling back. It seems like that's been their theme all night here. Trailing by a big margin for a while in the first half and cutting it back, and then same thing here in the second half, fighting back. And those are clutch free throws, certainly, by Hicks, the sophomore, stepping up. And there's being on your home court, I think, makes a little bit of a difference in a late game free throw kind of situation too.
There's our in-game stats. Champlin Park really struggled on their threes, although Foss with a big one a few minutes ago to help Champlin Park come back in this one. Free throws, they have hit 6 out of 9 here in the game. At the edge in free throw attempts and makes so far.
Champlin Park again just does have 5 team fouls, so you know they can afford to be a little bit aggressive defensively here. For Park Center, they're kind of faced with the same situation now, although the score is now tied instead of up 2. But you know, how aggressive are you when you get the ball to the front court, or do you consider holding the ball? I would be surprised if they really flat out held for one shot at the end here, though. I think it's a little too early for that.
Danielle Schaub to the front court. Whitty picks her up just before the half-court line, and now pass to Blakemore.
Fields ran through the screen and will pick up the foul.
Third on Fields, 6 team fouls, so still not a shooting foul here for Park Center.
See, as Io Bomadelli got over there, and Fields see her coming and bumped into her there.
Out of 40 seconds to go, Blakemore comes out top with the basketball. Now to Io Bomadelli, bounce pass into Hayes, into some traffic, able to keep it alive and got it back out. Now it's Schaub. Hicks, or Whitty right on her defensively. 25 seconds to go. Good defense by Champlin Park. Schaub drives, off for Hayes, pass at her feet, out of bounds. Champlin Park basketball with 16 seconds to go.
Nothing Hayes could do with that one, right at her feet.
Champlin Park with 1 timeout left. They won't take it at least yet. Foss inbounding and does get it in for Hicks. 15 seconds to go. Defended hard by Blakemore. Into the front court with 10 seconds. Almost turned the ball over on the dribble. Off for Whitty. And we get a foul call on Park Center. I didn't see it, Jay. Who did they whistle it on? Is that on Schaub?
Looks like it was on Schaub just before as they started dribble. I thought they were calling a timeout, but
right.
Out on the dribble, way out. Here it is right here as Whitty starts to drive and reaches out with the hand a little bit.
Well, I don't know if she touched her or not, but
not a lot anyway.
Right. First free throw up and good. They are on the double bonus, so this was 2 shots. And Megan Whitty, how about a perfect time to score your first point of the night? 30-second timeout taken here by Park Center.
Another big free throw coming up here, and then get back and play D here if you're Champlin Park. So
you see, if you can read Josh Steck's lip, emphatically, do not foul, do not foul. Pressure, play good defense, but do not foul. Champlin Park with a chance to end a 3-game losing streak. Up by one more free throw coming here for the senior Megan Whitty. Second one, nothing but net again. All right, Champlin, see what Park Center can do here. In it comes to Schaub. 5 seconds to go. They got one more timeout. 3.7 seconds remaining. Of an inbound in the front court. Final timeout available there for Park Center.
Well, they did what they wanted to do there, which was quickly get the ball to front court, and thankfully we don't have the ridiculous NBA rule where you just call a timeout and get it in the front court.
Right.
Which means there's a timeout every single time in a late game situation, which is why I hate it, but that's for another day.
Or if this were an NCAA tournament game, they'd check the clock to make sure we had missed a 1/10 of a second, right? Slow up the game by 2 minutes every time.
Park Center, an opportunity here. They did actually put
a little bit of time. Half a second on time, yeah.
Yeah, 5/10 on. So 4.2, I mean, obviously it's not all the time in the world, but it's certainly enough that you should be able to, at least get a good, somewhat decent look, especially if you're able to set good screens and get somebody free on this inbound pass.
Here we go, Simonet, long inbound to Hayes for the tie, not good. Krimble rebounds, and Champlin Park wins. 44-42. Pretty good look. The long inbound comes to Michaela Hayes, but unable to get it to drop. Yeah, tough loss for Park Center. They played well, but this one ends their winning streak in Champlin Park. A much-needed win for a team that been playing without one of their top players, Allison Garrett's, the last few games. It showed in a 3-game losing streak. Amanda Pollard goes down with an injury in the first half. And still, they're able to fight through it. Hannah Krimble passes 1,000 career points, and they pull out a win against their Brooklyn Park neighbors, 44-42. So Champlin Park moves to 7-6 on the season, and 5-3 in the Northwest Suburban Conference. Park Center dropping to 9-6 on the season. They are 6-3 in the Northwest Suburban Conference. Jay Wilcox making his way down to the court. You're going to hear from a couple of the Rebels here in just a moment, so we're going to hang on here if we can and see if Jay can corral a couple of players before we go to break and wrap it up for the night. Leading scorer tonight, Hannah Krimble, didn't have any points for much of that first half, scored 6 points late in the first half, and then added a dozen more in the second half to surpass 1,000 career points, 1,001 to be exact, with 18 points. Led all scorers tonight. Erica Hicks with 10 points, their second leading scorer in the game. For Park Center, Danielle Schaub with 9 points, Michaela Hayes with 10. Let's go down to the floor now, and Jay Wilcox standing by with Hannah Krimble.
Thanks very much, John, and a big night here for Champlin Park. They break a losing streak, and also Hannah Krimble getting 1,000 career points. Tell me about tonight, both for yourself personally and for the team.
Well, tonight was a great night. Like you said, we broke our losing streak. Park Center is a great team, and we've lost to them the last couple of years, so it feels good to finally get a win. For me, it's exciting, but it's all about the team and the win tonight. So,
you guys were fighting back from behind for most of the night and just kind of kept chipping away. Did you guys like the way the team performed down the stretch here and kind of a pressure situation too?
Yeah, it was definitely a different situation. Usually we let up, but we really showed our strength tonight and pushing through to the end.
Had a great matchup inside with Michaela Hayes. You know, how much does that help both of you to be able to play against another good post player like this?
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. We play all year round against each other, and it's just fun to see a good matchup and a good rival and just play with each other. It's cool.
Hannah, congratulations on the win here tonight and the 1,000-point mark.
Thank you so much.
All right, Hannah Krimble and also Megan Whitty, who stepping up to the line, knocking down those free throws. What were you thinking when you stepped into the line?
I was super nervous, but it felt really good to hit those, and I'm really excited that we won.
How confident did you guys stay down the stretch here as you kind of fought back and, you know, evened it up and then eventually pulled ahead like that?
I think our confidence stayed pretty high. I think it was the best game that we've played so far this year with our confidence level. We kept with Park Center, and they're a really good team, so it was nice.
Yeah, you guys have had a lot of tough opponents this year, and, you know, obviously haven't won them all, but are you still feeling good about this team heading down the stretch of the regular season here?
Yeah, I think this win really boosted our confidence, and I think we're going to do good the rest on, hopefully, and keep going.
All right, congratulations on the win. Champlin Park pulling out a big one here tonight on their home court, a 2-point win over their rivals from Park Center, 44-42. Let's go back up to you, John.
All right, thanks very much, Jay, and thanks to Hannah Krimble and to Megan Whitty. Whitty, those big 2 free throws with 6.5 seconds to go, and Champlin Park able to cash in on the free throw line in the second half. They hit 8 out of 10 free throws in the second half, and Hannah Krimble with 12 second half points is the key to the victory. So congratulations to Champlin Park. Again, 7-6 on the season, 5-3 in the conference. Park Center 9-6 overall, 6-3 in the league. That'll do it for our telecast tonight from Champlin Park High School. And for Jay Wilcox and all of our crew, I'm John Jacobson. Thanks so much for watching. Champlin Park wins it over Park Center, 44-42.